Point Lepreau nuclear generating station was supposed to be back online earlier this week, but staff found a problem while undergoing tests last week.
And during that testing, we did find an issue on the non-nuclear side of our station. And where we are today, we're progressing through the replacement of a bearing on our turbine generator system. No different than a bearing you might find in your car. The difference for us is our bearing is about the size of your car and weighs well over 4,000 pounds.
So it's not necessarily a simple task, but NB Power's chief nuclear officer says the hope is still to get Point Lepreau operating before the end of the month. The timing is important because winter is already here.
I'm being told it's going to be cold tonight.
The wind chill will make it feel like minus 30 in some areas, a temperature that's about a month early, which makes the timing very concerning, says the energy minister.
There's a short of generation capacity. There's also, if this is a very regional cold snap, then our neighbors might be in the same situation. And this is the regular conversation that we're having around do energy security. I know we often talk about 2028. I'm concerned that 2028 may be the out date. It may be shorter.
Which is why there is concern around the timeline of the proposed gas plant in Tantramar. That project would supply the province with 500 megawatts of power, but it doesn't have a ton of support in the area. Legacy says it needs the Energy and Utilities Board approval by April 1st, because that's the deadline the U.S. company behind the plant has given NB Power to get those approvals. Over on PEI, Maritime Electric has made plans should it need to rely on rotating power outages this winter in the case of power shortages. Would we ever consider something like that?
Well, that's one of the solutions. If there's no power, you better to plan it than just have it happen. I haven't been made aware of what Maritime Electric and how long or when they're going to do it, but it's happening across the world. So to pretend that it may not happen here, I think would be imprudent.
Point Lepreau is scheduled for another maintenance shutdown in the spring. Laura Brown, CTV News, Fredericton.